Thank you very much for that business update. Let's get into another important conversation now. Young women are being warned about falling victim to job scams on social media, which are promising work overseas. The offers are said to be in construction and hospitality industries, but reports suggest they could instead lead to work in Russian drone factories. International Relations Diplomacy Head Clayson Monyela joining us now via the phone line. Mr. Monyela, good evening to you. Thank you for your time. How much does DIRCO know about this Alabuga Start program that's being promoted vociferously on social media?
Good evening, Paulie. Thanks for having us. It's good to be on your show. Look, we've observed a disturbing trend for a while now of young South Africans being targeted, in particular young women, being targeted by syndicates that are involved in what we can only call human trafficking. We've had to rescue a group from Myanmar recently. I'm sure you remember, about 23 of them. So the latest one that worried us, and that's why we issued a warning yesterday, was this group of influencers, social media influencers, that appear to have been mobilized to record promotional videos under the guise of opportunities in Russia in particular, again targeting young women. And the reason why we were worried and concerned about this is because we've had to rescue two South African young women from a similar arrangement in that particular country, who went there under the guise or promise of very good jobs in the hospitality and catering industry, promises of very good salaries, regular promotions, good accommodation, flights paid for, all of that looking very good on paper. And yet when they arrived, the situation was completely different from what they were promised. And in fact, the first red flag, Polly, is the fact that it's social media influencers who are promoting this. If it was a legitimate offer, you would expect credible government agencies or even government departments to be at the forefront of promoting opportunities like this, because we all know we've got a challenge of high youth unemployment rate in this country. But what we don't want is these scammers who are then trafficking young women, who are made to work under slave-like conditions where they literally don't have their freedom, passports are confiscated, there is no contact with families in certain instances. This is why we felt very strongly that we needed to, one, issue a warning, but two, our security agencies have launched an investigation, and they're looking at all the role players.
When you say that last part, when you say the agencies, are these South African agencies, and are you able to be specific as to who exactly is investigating this?
So you would have seen a statement from the JCPS cluster, which is our security cluster. So this involves South African Police, the NPA, State Security Agency, and all the other relevant agencies who are looking at this in terms of who is behind this and who are the role players, so that further action can then be taken. Because, as I say, a lot of young people have fallen prey to the syndicates, and in certain instances, not necessarily in this particular case of Russia, lives have been lost. Some people are not yet accounted for, so we don't want that to happen. We've intercepted some people, in fact, at the OR Tambo International Airport, also falling victim to other human trafficking scams. So this is why we are quite serious about dealing with this.
All right, two quick questions before I let you go, and briefly, if you can. The human trafficking syndicates here, they, I would assume, are from Russia, and these young women as you said, they end up working in factories in Russia where they are assembling drones. Those drones are then launched to Ukraine. We know that Russia is fighting with Ukraine right now. Is there a link? Are you able to tell us whether there's a link between the human trafficking syndicates and the government, the federal government of Russia? And the last question, Clayson, the influencers. What is your warning as government to them?
So let me deal with the last question. We would issue a warning to these influencers that please do not promote these things that you don't know, that you cannot vouch for, whose credibility you're not sure of because you are being promised money. There are lives of young people at stake here. So please shy away from that. We're quite encouraged that one of the key influencers who was promoting this thing has since taken down the video or deleted it after we raised the alarm. So we would seriously warn them to disengage from these practices. If there are legitimate job offers overseas, government agencies and departments will be the first ones to promote such. Circling back to your other question, I cannot speak with authority about the issue of drone making that you are talking about. This is why this matter is a subject of an investigation by our security agency so that we can establish the facts. Yeah. What we know for a fact is that we've had to bring back 2 young South Africans who were in that particular country who found on arrival that what they were promised was not true. The situation was completely different and they reached out to us for assistance to come back home. But all of these matters are subject of a thorough investigation by our agencies so that it can inform further action.
Clayson Monyela, thank you very much for your time. International Relations Department's Head of Diplomacy.